Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnicht Buick GMC Sports Update. Whatever the Jaguars did last week in preparation for the Chargers, do something completely different this week as they go back to work on Wednesday to take on the Falco, Joe Flacco-led Baltimore Ravens with Justin Forsett back in the backfield. Yeah, the Ravens like to pound the football, but Flacco is an elite quarterback, so whatever Phillip Rivers had success with last week, Joe Flacco will try again this week. Crossing patterns, lack of pressure on the quarterback, all of those kinds of things. I have to wonder whether or not sometimes the Jaguars defense, based on what Seattle was able to do with veteran players who clearly were highly talented, if the Jaguar defense isn't so complex in terms of all the things having to link together that when one thing falls apart, everything else kind of goes in down the tubes. That was apparent against San Diego. I agree with Paul Posluszny. The Jaguars should be past losses like that. It should be something in the distant future when they didn't have the kind of talent. But the money that they've spent, the good fortune that they had in the draft, those are the kinds of things that should lead to competitive games like they had against Green Bay. So we don't know what this team is like yet. Is it that San Diego team or is it that Green Bay team? If it's that San Diego team, Gus Bradley may not make it past the bye week if they play that way this week and also against a bad Indianapolis team in London. If it's that Green Bay team, well, all sins are forgiven. Then the Jaguars, only now 12% chance of making the playoffs at 0-2, would be just fine at 2-2 or even 1-3 if the efforts are similar to the first week. We won't find out. Time will tell, that's for sure. But at this point, they got to get their act together fast. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Buick GMC Sports Update.